Anyway, let's get on with it and welcome onto the stage a close personal showbiz friend of mine. It's Rob Cooke! Hi. Now I see what you're thinking. Your beard. What's he hiding? I'm not hiding anything. This just grew in 2 hours. Yeah, but it doesn't make me a macho man. No. I'm not saying I'm effeminate. No, I don't spend my entire time picking daisies. No, but I'm not a macho man. No. Proper men, they're footy fans. Yeah. Now, I follow football, but I'm not a fan. Because footy fans, they're arrogant, loud, they're uneducated, misogynistic. No, they are. They're racist. They're tribal lads. And I'm only a couple of those things. Nah. I mean, I'm not bad at sport. Like, I like sport, but I'm not into the whole culture of it. The heavy drinking involved in being a proper man. Like, I don't like lager. It doesn't mean I spend all my time drinking Chardonnay. But, no, I was in the pub, and the guys, they said, tell you, Rob, we'll get you some hooch instead. And I tell you, I was pleased and a bit surprised, because I'd always thought hooch meant vagina. And I said, that's great, guys, but in that case, maybe I should get a drink down me first. Because otherwise I'd be useless. Because I'm hopeless with women, I really am. I'm not smooth enough to be like one of the lads, but I'm not effeminate either to be like busy mates with the women either. But I figured at least with a drink down me, I won't be worrying so much about making a twat of myself. So, it turns out I didn't need to worry because hooch is actually an alcoholic lemon brew. Yeah, I still think it's a great word for vagina. Hooch. Hooch. Lemony hooch. It's a great word, hooch. Could be used for absolutely anything. Oh, that guy. What a hooch. Oh, him there. He's a hooch. I'll tell you what, let's hooch on over there. Oh, where's that? Oh, you know the hooch. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you see, you've got a compliment, you've got an insult, an adjective, and a noun right there. I ran that by the guys, and they said, Rob, stop being annoying. I didn't think I was being annoying, but I realised we get annoyed by different things. Like, now get annoyed by the rugby, or not being able to accurately guess the size of the women's breasts at the end of the bar. I get irritated by doors. Push doors with full handles, what's with them? I used to like automatic doors, because, at least you could feel like Jesus when you walk through them. But they just don't seem to work for me anymore. Like, no, I'll be stood there, waiting, for a while, watching empires crumble around me. This door is still closed. Eventually the bastard notices me. Oh, geez, boss, didn't see you there. Swings open. I said, sorry, I think the moment's passed now. You can see Jesus' miracles taking multiple attempts. Absolutely ridiculous, him stood there by the edge of the Sea of Galilee, soaking wet, shaking a fish out of his trousers, saying, this time I won't sink. Utterly ridiculous. So, not as ridiculous as those revolving doors. The only ones you get at supermarkets, where you're struggling. Go too slowly, whacked round the back of the head. They're like the elderly women of the door world. What purpose do they serve? It's like some really shitty version of Indiana Jones. You get so distracted, you miss the exit and have to go round again. rugby doesn't annoy me. I play badminton and tennis. Two sports notoriously played by wealthy businessmen and posh English people in the countryside. I'm a student. I'm not wealthy. No, I do come from Suffolk, and I have on occasion been told I'm quite well spoken, which doesn't really help with fitting in at the pub. I mean, I'll be watching the footy, shouting out phrases like, "Oh, he's having a laugh! What's that?" It's totally different to me watching the tennis. Good rally. As an English bloke, I have found that there are some phrases which trigger me to be slightly more posh, and I think it's every Englishman's right. Like, the Queen? Any mention of the Queen, or any member of the royal family for that matter. Yes, of course, there's croquet. Any lawn as well just makes me think of croquet. And tea. Tea does it too. And of course scone, or scone, depending on your outlook on life. Also, if anyone else talks to me like this, I feel I have to reply in a similar manner. But I fear it kind of makes me seem slightly unimposing. I mean, my average height and build doesn't really help this either. And this is why I avoid contact sports and fights like the plague, because I'm useless in an encounter. I just try and reason with my assailant. I'm just like, "Oh, are you looking at me? Is he looking at me? Oh, I wouldn't be doing that. Are you starting, bro? Don't make me beat you down in front of your chums, eh? Just walk away, you know." So, understanding this, I don't understand why two of my female friends have decided I should be the guy that accompanies them to Africa and, I assume, protect them. Because, yeah, that's just only going to go wrong. But, no, I mean, I know I look like I've been living in the wilderness for a year, but I have in fact been living in Hendon, which is like the wilderness in only two ways. Firstly, you struggle for civilised conversation in both. And secondly, you're just as likely to be attacked by a wild, savage beast in Hendon. Just still take your money as well. Actually, now come to think of it, the food in both is questionable. I stand by the fact you're far more likely to die from Sam's chicken than you are any wild berry in the wilderness. But no, I think I'm quite qualified in Africa, actually. I think I could give Bear Grylls a run for his money. And I don't have a camera crew backing me up either. But no, I mean, I figured to myself, like, if, worst comes to worst, we're surrounded by lions, I'll just be like, "It's all right, guys. I know Simba, so yeah, be fine." But I'm quite happy being the mediocre man that I am, because I think they're safer for it, because at least I don't go looking for trouble. Like, I won't go looking for a fight. And if we do end up in a fight, or they look like they're going to get kidnapped, I'll just start singing. Can you feel the love tonight? Because if Disney has taught us anything, it's that a heartfelt melody and some spontaneous singing can diffuse any tense situation. Thank you. And on that note, I'm going to be off. So thank you for listening.